Hi, I'm Chrissy, and this is my Ford Focus and my tiny teardrop trailer, and I'm traveling across the United States to start a brand new life. And I'll be documenting everything here. I made it. The little trailer and we made it to the Grand Canyon. It only took us 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, I don't know. It took us a while to get here, but we made it. Okay, real talk. It's been a couple weeks since I left Seattle the first time to go stay with my mom. And now I'm doing a cross-country drive. And I just keep moving. Listening to audiobooks. And I'm just putting the miles under my tire trying to get there because as long as I'm moving, I don't. It's not true. I do think about what I've lost, what I want to do when I get there, what my life is now. Breakups suck under the best circumstances. Is there a best circumstance? Breakups suck. A breakup like this, I think, feels worse because, for one thing, it caught me off guard. I didn't know it was coming. For another thing, I really loved him. Still do. So I just keep going, and I'm trying to make a life for myself on my own because, well, I'm clearly not going to date anytime soon, so it's either learn to do things on my own or stay home playing Minecraft, staring at the walls, which just doesn't seem like fun either. So I made it a point to come here to the Grand Canyon because I always wanted to go. Because I wanted to go with him. Because we went by it 4 different times, and there was always a reason we couldn't go. It was too late, or we were calling a trailer, or I was sick, or I was recovering. There was always a reason. And I think a lot of our lives are like that. There's always a reason we're not doing something. There's always a reason we're doing the things we're doing instead of doing what we really want to do. And I think the biggest reason is most of us don't know what we really want to do. I've always wanted to be a writer. That's what I wanted. And I got my chance. And I wrote a lot, and I published a few books during that time, and I got a few others half finished and close, and then I gave up. And a lot of the reason I gave up was because in the current world, you're not just selling books anymore. You're not just selling art. You're not just selling whatever trinket you sell. You're selling yourself. You are trying to make connections with people in order to be heard above the noise. And I'm not good at that. I never have been good at that. I am a homebody. I like playing on my computer and tanning by the light of my computer screen. I like the quiet, still days where I can just sit outside and drink my coffee and listen to the birds. I liked watching the sunrise over the Grand Canyon. All this social media and putting yourself out there, it makes you vulnerable. It really does. Especially if you're like me and you do not go along with the crowd. You do not believe everything you were told to believe. It makes it difficult to step out there, to be vulnerable, to allow others into your life, especially when you have no control. And social media is just that. You have absolutely zero control over who sees your content, over who you spend time with, of who spends time with you. You can block people, sure, but there's ways around that. The only way to protect yourself completely is by shutting it all out, by not doing it, by staying insulated. But if you don't put yourself out there, whatever that passion is, where does it go? Like with my ex, he left his leather. He did all his leather work and never really sold anything because, well, mostly it was for himself. He loved sharing the experience of learning and making and that, but he never sold anything because he never thought he was good enough. Everyone else thought he was. Everyone else loved his work, but he never thought he was good enough. And that's that vulnerability. If you don't think you're good enough, why should anyone else? I love to write. I love to draw. I feel like my work is good enough. Like people like my work. But I don't feel like I am good enough to put myself out there, to be vulnerable, to share who I am. And I think that's why I needed to do this drive. My ex was going to ship my car and my trailer to me and just have me fly back. And I decided, no, I was going to drive. And I think it was the right choice. It's not the easy choice. The easy choice would have been fly back out, sit on my laptop, listen to music, cry, be around my family, and just suck it up, buttercup. This is the hard choice. Being alone with myself, in a car with nothing but an audiobook, having to face who I am and what I want and where I'm going. This is the hard part. And I needed this. I really did. And so I sat over the Grand Canyon watching the sunrise, thinking, man, this is beautiful. I wish I had someone to share it with. But I'm happy I did it anyway. Because I have resisted doing things on my own for so long because my thought is doing things like visiting the Grand Canyon or going up to the snow or going to a movie. I can watch a movie at my house in the comfort of my own home, eating my own snacks, or I can share it with somebody. I can go with them and we can spend time together. That's what experiences were to me, is spending time with others. And now I don't have anyone to spend the time with. So I guess I either have to be okay doing it on my own, or never do it. And I don't want to never do it. There's so many things I want to see, so many places I want to go. I just have to be a little bit more vulnerable and do it. So anyway, this is my bittersweet journey to the Grand Canyon, where it is beautiful and serene, and there's animals, and there's a lot of inner contemplation and a few tears. Yeah. Well, sometimes you need to cry. Anyway, I'll see you later.